I've been a nasty girl, nasty. I've been a nasty girl, nasty. Somebody gonna clap my cheek. Somebody gonna match my freak. Somebody
Is
gonna
that what
clap
she's
my cheek.
saying?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I was about to say.
No,
I mean,
that's me.
it sounds like something that she would say, to be honest. Hi, you guys.
Hey.
Welcome back to the Pretty Petty Podcast. I am Mercedes.
And I'm Mira. How the hell are you?
I'm a little sleepy. I'm not going to use the T word, but I'm a little sleepy.
It's the same.
Just out here. How you doing?
Same. I've been going through changes with sleep.
Menopause will have that to you, done to you. You know what I'm saying?
Menopause? Why are you trying to call me that old? Bitch, I ain't in menopause. I said,
hey, some people have menopause early.
I'm not having hot flashes and shit.
I'm not looking forward to that. I'm
not either.
Everything people say about menopause doesn't sound good, but it scares me even more because I was talking about this with somebody the other day. I was like, nobody prepared us for how terrible your period is and how it gets worse as you get older. And I was like, bro, so they didn't warn us about that, but they warned us about menopause. How bad is menopause?
I'm scared. I was talking to my homegirl about this shit yesterday. She was like, nobody told us about the changes in your body as you age. What is this? I'm like, girl, same. Who you telling? We just unprepared and unequipped.
Anyway, you guys, thanks for coming back and chilling with us. First and foremost, I just want to say thanks to everyone who listened to last week's episode. As you can tell, I was having an issue. I'm still not sure exactly what happened to my audio, but it was less than cute. And I was mildly upset about it because I feel like I said some really important things, but it is what it is. Lesson learned. So I guess we should go ahead and get into celebrity hot messness.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with this one just because I heard about it earlier this morning. So you've heard of Kylie Jenner, right?
Not you heard of Kylie Jenner. Yeah.
So Kylie Jenner, she was on her television show. You know that television show that they be doing where they like show their whole ass, but like only curated ass.
Curated ass.
What is it called? It's not called
butt.
It's not called Keeping Up with the Kardashians anymore. What's it called? It's called The Kardashians, I think. Anyway, their reality TV show.
Is another one. They have multiple.
Well, what happened was they were on E for however many decades. And then I guess they wanted more creative control or more money or possibly both. And then they went to Hulu. So now their shit is a thing. Yeah. I think it's Hulu. It's got to be Hulu. But yeah, now it's called like The Kardashians and it's supposed to be like more authentic or some shit. Anyway, how do you feel about Kylie Jenner before I tell you the story?
I don't really care for them. I don't know. I don't really pay too much attention to them. Every time I see them, it's some negative shit. Is this about her crying about how she's perceived by the public?
Yeah. So this is what happened. During the latest episode of their reality show, right? There's a scene where Kylie is sitting on a couch, which I'm entirely sure costs more than a car.
Damn.
In front of a fireplace that is majestic. It's like huge and gray marble. It's like, you know how a fireplace is like usually what, 3 feet wide or something like that, 4 feet wide. This hole looks like a 12-foot wide fireplace and it's fierce. But anyway, she's on the couch. She's talking to her sister, Kendall Jenner. And she talks about how she doesn't understand why people judge others based on the way they look and how people have been judging her in the way she looks since she was a child. Even before she got lip fillers, people were judging her appearance and how she would never do that to anybody else. She would never judge anyone else's appearance in that way and tear them down. And she's crying as she's saying this. I can tell by your face you don't have no sympathy for her.
I'm just like,
And fair. Most of the responses I've seen have been women being like, okay, so Kylie Jenner is crying about beauty standards that her and her sisters helped create.
Yeah. First of all, I think my first thought was like, I don't know. If you talk to people in her friend groups, is that true? Have you never said anything about anybody's looks? Like, you'll never know till you talk to these people friend groups. That's one. And number two, yeah, they're responsible for a lot of beauty standards that some I don't care for. Like, I'll give you an example from a gamer perspective, right? You know, I play Sims all the time. Everybody losing their mind about like BBL body shapes and like,
Really?
yeah, not everybody, but like a lot of people like will play
Why?
with those. So okay, I give you an example. I'm playing Sims 2, right? So the body shapes are very limited. It's only like the skinny body type and then the fat body type. And in order to have a bigger body type, you have to like be. It's very complex. It's not like Sims 4 where you could just pull out the body or whatever. So they make these curvy bodies, but they make them look more surgically enhanced because like the arms are super skinny, the legs don't touch.
No,
like
I know what they look like. I'm
yeah.
just trying to figure out why people have a problem with it.
No, it's not people have a problem. It's like, I feel like they're responsible for that trend. Like instead of bodies that curvy looking more cohesive and the legs not touching and the legs touching like they're supposed to, because if somebody's that curvy in real, like realistically, you're born that curvy, your thighs are supposed to touch. Your arms are supposed to have some size to it. Your legs are supposed to have some size to it. So like every time I see those body types, even in video games, I pretty much blame them for that shit. Cause I'm like, where did this come from? Like, where did this obsession with wanting to? Cause there's nothing wrong with surgeries and there's nothing wrong with BBLs. But to me, it's like, if you're not gonna make your body look cohesive, why do it?
You said the thighs gotta match.
The thighs have to match. You can't have skinny girl arms and a thick girl bottom.
I understand what you're saying, and literally 100% of the women who have commented on this, like all the TikToks are saying exactly what you just said. And I get it. I get it. But the part of me that has empathy for her, just because she is the youngest.
She's the young one. Yeah.
And she's the least problematic by far, in my opinion. Like if if Kendall said this shit, I'd be laughing.
Damn.
Kendall is horrible.
That's why I'm not laughing or nothing. I'm just
If it was Kim, I would not care. If it was Chloe, I would not care. But Kylie, because she seems to have the most common sense. And when I think about the things that people said about her when she was 13, 14, because I remember Instagram when she didn't have no lips. I remember that. Oh, and how they would read her.
Era? The lipless era?
Yeah, and assless era and all that. And before she had breast implants, which she's admitted to everything but her BBL, which I have a problem when people will admit to everything but that one thing. But I don't get it. I guess it's still got like a faux pas to it. If I got a BBL, y'all, I would tell you. And I would actually probably share my doctor and everything else. But anyway, because she has the most common sense and because she's the youngest and because I feel like she did a lot of the surgeries and whatever else to keep up with her sisters. So I really kind of blame Kim more for her having that pressure. So I do feel bad for her. When I saw the clip, I felt not enough to like cry or like send her flowers, but I did feel bad for her. But prayers up. She's, she'll dry her eyes with that $1 billion.
She'll be all right.
She'll be all right. Her daughter, oh my God. Have you seen their baby? Her and Travis Scott's baby? Stormy.
Yeah, I haven't seen that child in a while.
She's so cute. Actually, this weekend, Kris Jenner posted pictures of all the mulatto Kardashian babies that exist. The girls, there's 4 of them, I think, at this point. And Stormy's picture had a big happy face over it because Kylie was like, you can post the rest of these babies, but you ain't posting my child. And so she made her cover up her face. Again, common sense. Because all the little girls were wearing like ballerina outfits, I think, and a full face of makeup. So I guess she said she didn't want men doing whatever. Anyway, Louisiana. How do you feel about Louisiana?
I want to go.
What's the first thing you want to do when you go to Louisiana? Is it drink, eat, or listen to music?
All at the same time.
Okay.
All of that in one sitting.
Yeah.
Pop some coochie. Yes.
So, Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry. I just want to talk about this because it's just so ridiculous.
What they do?
The governor of Louisiana signed a law that required that every public classroom has to display the 10 Commandments.
What?
Yeah. Every classroom in the state of Louisiana at public schools have to display the 10 Commandments.
Not even private schools. Damn, I have no control over what private school does. But yeah, let me be the asshole today. What is it? Well, I can't speak about this as if it's recent. Because I was gonna say, what is it with like America trying to force religion on people, but they've been doing that for as long as I can remember in some aspect that has been done. So I can't say I'm surprised.
The fact that he was able to do this, and this is what he said, girl. He said, quote, "I can't wait to be sued."
Oh,
he's already aware that it'll probably be challenged by the Supreme Court. And I just find it ironic that the state that is so corrupt, we're talking about the state that has the most prison inmates, the highest incarceration rate for African Americans ever. The private prison system is ran rampant, where you have all these workers, all these prisoners doing all this labor, like packing underwear for Walmart and Amazon and stuff, and getting paid like 17 cents an hour or whatever it is. Because don't forget, Louisiana is also the one who's like, Amazon, come here, we'll make it so you don't have to pay state taxes. Ain't Louisiana super fucking poor? I always thought Louisiana as a state did not have money, but I just thought it was ironic that all this shit is happening, but we're going to be hypocritical and display the 10 Commandments.
That's worse than I thought.
Imagine a politician with a straight face saying, "I follow the 10 Commandments and I don't lie." Couldn't be me.
Like shit.
So fuck you, Jeff Landry. You look like a busted condom.
Damn.
And yellow ties do not go good with navy blazers. I'm just fire your stylist. Okay.
Bird.
You won't know anything that I'm about to talk about right now. But I still want to hear your opinion.
To be reality TV shit.
Nah, it's TikTok.
Oh.
So on TikTok, one of the most popular and viral creators is a girl named Nara Smith.
Oh.
Nara Smith is a very light-skinned biracial model who married another model whose name is Lucky Smith. And he looks like a better version of James Dean. I'm not even gonna lie. He's attractive for what he is. Anyway, they got together. They have 3 kids. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is every single one of her videos, she starts it out with, "We woke up this morning and my husband was craving chocolate. So rather than going to the store, I figured I'd make it." And she gets in there and like literally every story is like that. Like I woke up and I was really, really craving ice cream bars. And I figured, why not just make it? And then she makes it. So this is the drama, right? Because everybody wants to be here because aesthetically she's gorgeous. Her children are gorgeous. Her house is gorgeous. Her husband is gorgeous. Everybody wants to be this girl. Everybody wants to be this girl. But she has been under fire lately because there's another social media influencer. Her name is Wanzwa. I don't want to mispronounce her name. But she is a Black woman. She's dark skinned and she has been making recipes. And she claims that Nara has been stealing all of her recipes. When I tell you Nara Smith is big, I mean each one of her TikToks gets minimum 15 million views. A lot of them have 100, 200 million, 300, 500 million views. But the problem is this is she claims that she's like disenfranchised. She came from a village and she's been learning how to do all this stuff, and that it's not a coincidence that every time that she posts a video that Nara Smith will post it sometime later. Nara Smith responded saying, "I don't know who you are," but come to find out, somebody had a screenshot of Nara Smith leaving a comment on one of her posts saying, "Hey, don't let people make you feel bad with their negativity," something along the lines. It was like encouraging words, which means that she was lying, that she knows who this woman is. Then the woman, Wanzwa Mbola, I'm so sorry, I don't know how to say this. I'm lacking in everything when it comes to my tongue. But she posted a screenshot of Nara Smith alleging allegedly threatening to sue her based on these allegations. It has since come out, allegedly, that the letter is fake and the woman doctored it up to make it seem like Nara Smith was trying to sue her. Meanwhile, Nara Smith ain't said nothing. She's continuing to upload her TikTok videos making cranberry oatmeal or fucking free trade matcha soap. I don't know. She been making all kinds of stuff.
Nigga made gum. I ain't never seen nobody make gum. Well, no, I think I made gum once as a kid. I'm lying. I made gum once, but I ain't never seen nobody make gum since.
It made me want to like bring up the discussion of kind of what we were talking about last week with colorism and how people were so quick, like people
to just
clearly on Nara's side. Like very few people believe this other woman. Like right off the top, even before all these letters of intent to sue and whatever else. And I was just thinking about like times in the past when like a woman, a dark-skinned Black woman perhaps, has an idea or starts a trend, and then it's stolen from her by people who are maybe closer to whiteness, their proximity to whiteness, because Nara is biracial.
Biracial.
Yeah, but I'm not even gonna go too deep into that. But I just want to say, as someone who watched a couple of the videos and saw the side-by-side comparisons, it is hella suspicious.
Yeah, so I actually do know these people, and I do know what happened.
Okay, Mira.
Yeah, I know. No, that's because it made its way to Twitter, though. I still don't be on TikTok, but it actually made me go to TikTok to go investigate because I was scared. I kept seeing stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute. From what I saw, it looks like she could have been taking the stuff from her, and the fact that she lied is not making it look any better. Like, why would you lie and say you don't know somebody when you've interacted with them in the past? But you want to know what I did learn? What? Apparently, TikTok creators in Africa can't monetize content. So that's even worse. You know what I'm saying? They said as of right now, the TikTok Creator Fund is only available to users in the United States, the UK, France, Germany, Spain, and Italy. So you can't.
Also, most countries can't even monetize. Damn.
Yeah. I was like, and that's what I said. This is even worse. You take it from somebody that can't even monetize their content too. Oh shit! Like if she's taken from her, that's like fucked up on a lot of a lot of different layers on how fucked up that is. You taking my content that I can't monetize, and you monetize it, and you doing stuff like, but yeah, no, that's bad. That's what's happening.
I will continue to enjoy Nara Smith's content, but I won't feel good about it inside.
Oh no, I'm good. I see her. I'm gonna keep scrolling. Matter of fact, there's been controversy around her for a while because they was talking about her husband being Mormon and stuff. That I don't know too much about. But if that's the case, that's also another reason for me to keep scrolling personally. Because
he was born and raised Mormon. I don't know if he still is. She's not, but yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in middle school and elementary school, I found out what a Mormon was because there was this girl at the lunch table who had her hair all the way down to her ass crack, and she was dressed very much pilgrimy. And I remember
not the Mayflower.
Like, oh, Marianne, she's Mormon, but like people would whisper about this shit. I remember going home.
Mayflower Mami. Wait, that might be the episode name. Mayflower Mami.
Write it down, Mira. I'll forget. No, and I remember asking my mama, what's a Mormon? And she told me, don't fool with the Mormons. Them people, they think Black people are monkeys or something, or evil, or they hate something like that.
Something about our evil is something about a correlation between the darkness of our skin is evil, some shit like that. I was like, nigga, what?
Yep. So I never got close to Marianne again or whatever her name was. So I'm obsessed with women's basketball. Like I'm to the point where like I'm willing to make several different email addresses so I can get a free cable network trial every week just to be able to watch the WNBA.
I want to go watch Ellie the elephant perform, bruh. You ever seen Ellie the mascot for the
yes.
Yo, you seen the performance the other day? Oh my God. I'm like, bruh, I'm actually mad. Like I really gotta go find some tickets.
What team is that mascot for? Do you know?
I think that's the New York Liberty. That's the New York.
Okay. Yeah. She eats. I really want to know who's inside that costume, but
yo, same. Maybe killing it.
I did catch some of there was a big game this on Sunday yesterday, and it was Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark, aka I forgot. I'm not going to try to remember their team names, but I watched the game. Angel Reese performed immaculately, but she made headlines a few days ago because she is the first WNBA rookie to score 7 straight double doubles in a game. She ended
Damn.
the day with 16 points and a career best 18 rebounds. And the previous record holder was Candace Parker, and this was back in 2009.
Damn.
And to that, I just want to say, because people keep saying that Caitlin Clark is revolutionizing women's basketball, that she's the face of women's basketball, that nobody would be
Oh, not
talking
those
about women.
conversations reached you too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've been thinking about how ridiculous it is.
She got some of the most annoying fans I've seen in a long time.
So, okay.
Racist as hell.
Do you think she should talk to her fans?
100%. Because to me, you silent is complicit. You're complicit. Like, you're watching your fans. It was even said that her boyfriend and her brother are like engaging with like inflammatory and racist tweets and commentary about her teammates and her peers. And then I guess they're talking about it on the sports, the sports analysts, they talk about it about how like it mirrors on the court where it seems like her team doesn't have her back, or when, you know what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to have your team's back, hold it down. Like, don't make sure your team is not getting banged up and shit. And they're like, oh, they're jealous. And it's like, no, I see motherfuckers saying racist shit about me on the internet. You have yet to say anything about it. And your brother and your boyfriend is co-signing it, and you still ain't saying nothing. You ain't said shit. I wouldn't
She
fuck
did
with
say
it either.
something.
What did she say? The last thing I heard was she said not no comment, but like it was like a non-comment.
So 2 weeks ago, less than 2 weeks ago, she said, oh, she's from the Indiana Fever. That's such a terrible name.
Damn.
But it's the article, this is ESPN.com. It says that Caitlin Clark pushed back against online commenters who have used her name in discussions to denigrate other WNBA players, saying any misogynistic and racist comments are not acceptable. She said, quote, people should not be using my name to push those agendas. It's disappointing. It's not acceptable.
Oh, she funny.
And then she said, you should treat every single woman in this league with the same amount of respect. I think it's just a basic human thing that everybody should do. So she said that on the 10th.
Oh, she finally
or the
said
14th.
something. Okay. I guess.
But then she also, yesterday, when they were doing their press conference for the game, they were talking about Angel Reese and rivalry, stuff like that. And she's like, honestly, I wish I would stop. It's all in your heads. Any like rivalry or whatever you see is all in your heads. None of that translates in real life, is what she basically was saying. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what she said.
Glad she's finally opening her mouth.
Yes. But people are still not happy. Guard for Connecticut Sun, I think it's Dijonay. Dijonai. Dijonay, right?
Yeah.
She said that she should do more, and she should speak out more about people using her name for inappropriate means. She said how one cannot be bothered by their name being used to justify racism, bigotry, misogyny, xenophobia, homophobia, and the intersectionalities of them is all nuts. We all see the shit. We all have a platform. We all have a voice, and they hold weight. Silence is a luxury.
Oh, I probably retweeted that. I retweeted that. If I didn't retweet, I remember that tweet. Yeah. Yeah. And the WNBA is known for speaking out and standing on business when it comes to, what I'm saying, human rights, political rights, things like that. So, yeah, that shit might have been able to fly in the NBA, but not so much the WNBA. Choosing to take such a neutral stance on such a wild situation.
So I just want to say, white people are bad.
What?
There's a post I'm looking at right now about Caitlin Clark experiencing racism herself.
What?
And it's so clear to me that if this young lady wasn't white, she wouldn't experience the hard fouls and disrespect by other players in the WNBA. like she does.
So the white girls that's in the NBA already, what are they? Chopped liver? They don't exist? Because I don't see the same issue with their other white peers. I'm confused.
I'm okay. So I will say, just going back to the news story, I agree with you. I agree with you. What she said was cute. It's not nearly enough. I feel like if this were me and I was actively not racist, I would have taken my brother aside in private, read him his rights. Then I would have talked shit about him in public and said, I do not condone this. I do not condone anybody who calls themselves a fan to be doing all
like
this. And it just reinforces again, because I know Angel Reese, like, she has said in the past how much this stuff has been hurting her. And like, she puts on a strong face, but I've seen her break down and cry at some of these news interviews. And it's disgusting to me to think about how much more money Caitlin Clark is making, and she doesn't play as well.
Damn.
So, at least from what I can see from someone who, again, is just now becoming a basketball aficionado.
No, they say Caitlin, I mean, so from when I looked it up, they say like her all-around stats is better, but
yeah,
they said these past few games she hasn't been doing good.
Angel beat her ass down.
Yeah,
she had a really good rebound.
Like, she has all around better stats, but she be getting smoked in these games. But now they're trying to blame the team now. Oh, it's because her team doesn't have her back. She's the star player. She's the one bringing everybody to the WNBA, and the team doesn't have her back. And it's like, did we ask why the team may not have her back?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a team game. Why is everybody so cohesive and working together with each other? And not her. And they're trying to say they're just jealous because she's white. And I'm like, so the other white women don't exist? There's white women in the WNBA.
It really reminds me of Taylor Swift.
Oh, God.
About how her fans were being racist and stuff about Beyonce because of the actions of men. People hated Beyonce.
They harassing Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend, right?
Yeah. But I was like, but she went so long without checking her fans. She went so long without even talking about anything political for a long time. I remember
privilege is a motherfucker.
I remember the first time she said something was sorry if y'all didn't see that. I rolled my neck 7 times.
You rolled the fuck out her neck.
But I remember the first time she made headlines about something of consequence was when she was publicly supporting Hillary for president, I believe. And that's when she got in her.
How many years ago was that? Wasn't I in college? When was that?
No, Hillary ran. Did Hillary run against Obama or just Trump?
Oh, shit.
I think she just ran against Trump. So that would have been almost 8 years ago.
Yeah, I think.
Or no, longer if it was the first term. I mean, no, 8 years. Yeah. Anyway.
I wasn't in college.
Sorrows. Thoughts out to Angel Reese. I really hope I get to see you play in person because you're so amazing. Me too. That's where I would want to go. And the fact that she's able to play ball with them long ass eyelash extensions is... She should be in the history books off that alone.
They've been saying for years that like the makeup brands, nail brands, hair companies, they're missing out by not partnering with WNBA and just athletes, period. Sha'Carri, all of them. And like, I think now they're starting to get it, but I'm only seeing like Nike, like I'm only seeing like the sneaker companies. I'm like, I'm trying to see them partner with like makeup brands and you know what I'm saying, like wigs and hair, because they makeup, like whoever, I want to know where you got your makeup from. If you just spent all this time on the court getting sweaty and your face look like you just been sitting in the corner all night.
Advertisement.
Like, that's perfect advertisement. I need to know. We need commercials. What are y'all doing? They fucking up.
Speaking of fucking up, Justin Timberlake speaks out at his concert.
What do you do now?
First of all, this is a news story I wasn't even going to talk about, but you know how he married to Jessica Biel?
Oh, yeah.
She did an interview a while ago on The View. I want to say like no more than like a week and a half ago. And she was talking about how his tour is incredibly hard on her and the kids and how she doesn't know how she's going to make it through his tour. Because he needs a lot of solitude and alone time. So she's like, we have to figure out how he's going to see the kids because he can't see the kids before a show. And then after a show, he's really, really tired. So it's been really, really tricky trying to balance everything. And I was like, so he's a deadbeat dad is what you're telling me. But that's not the news story I want to talk about. He said he was on stage holding his acoustic guitar on his show. And he said, quote, "It's been a tough week." And he thanked his fans for loving him, although he sometimes is, quote, hard to love.
Damn. Not hard to love. He's so fucking dramatic.
Hard to respect is a better way to put it.
Damn.
Hard to respect, yeah.
I just seen a video with him on stage, or looked like he was heading towards the stage. He looked like he was bent off of some unsavory things he was going through.
His eyes, his pupils were
dilated like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he does not look like someone who
He's not sober over.
Yeah, he wouldn't pass no drug test.
Not a one.
Anyway, do you forgive Justin Timberlake for being Justin Timberlake?
I don't even care. Like, I don't know how you feel about it, because I know you was the fan. Like, how did
heavy
you
on the don't care?
Yeah,
heavy on the don't care. Yeah, I just thought it was funny, and I figured we would make fun of him.
I'm just not listen to Sexy Back.
Okay, you know who Drea Michelle is, right?
Drea, that's that heifer that's dating a nigga 17
As soon as you said heifer, I was like, yep, you got the one.
Yeah, I see that video with them looking stupid. He looked like her big ass son, just falling all over himself in the street. I was like, you a grown ass woman. Why you not with a grown ass man? You could, like, even though he tall, you could tell that's a big young nigga. Like, what's wrong?
Drea, I believe, is either 37 or 39 years old.
She used to babysit him. How you go from babysitting somebody to fucking him?
Did she really?
That's what it said. When I first saw it, she said she used to take care of him. I'll check this.
Girl, please fact check, because if that's true, I want to name the episode From Babysitter to Baby Mama. Please. That's a great news article headline. They had a baby together, and she's been receiving a lot of backlash because, again, she is in her late 30s, and this boy, I'm gonna say boy, is 22 years old, and they have a child together. So they asked her about how they deal with, like, the negativity around the relationship, and Jalen was like, I don't care.
All right, so I did my re-scroll, and I see it, but I don't trust what I see. So I'm gonna retract that and say that is a rumor, because I just thought about it. Wasn't she not taking care of her own child?
You hold on. So Drea was saying in the clip that it's weird that people are bothered by, quote, two adults in love.
What?
Again, your baby daddy cannot rent a car without paying an extra fee because he is under the age of 25. That's gross. I cannot imagine being damn near 40 years old and dating a boy. I can't imagine dating anybody now whose age starts with a 2. I can't imagine it. I need you born in the 90s.
You gotta be a mature motherfucker for me to do that. And that's still late 20s. Huh?
Yeah. I was saying you gotta be born in the 90s or the 80s or the 70s.
Damn, not the 70s.
Oh yeah, I really want a daddy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But yeah, to answer your question, that's what the rumor is, that she left town for 3 days and left her kid in the apartment with some Hot Pockets, I think it was.
Was that a rumor? Didn't she talk about that? I'm really gonna have to go look this shit up. But I remember them talking about that years ago. That's how I was like, if she ain't take care of her, if that shit is true, if she ain't taking care of her own child, I don't see her taking care of nobody. But you never know. If that is true, right? That's fucked up. But yeah, being with somebody.
What do you think about that age difference?
That age difference is insanity. Y'all are at she's 2 stages over in her life past you. Not even 1 stage. She's 2 life stages away from you, damn near.
Yeah. She's experienced so much more. Like, she was a young mother. She's been famous way longer than he has. She's been in the spotlight. She's done reality shows. I think people are like saying that it doesn't really matter. Men are saying that it doesn't really matter that she's older because she's not manipulating him, quote, and she's not being predatory about it. Because this is their reasoning. Because, quote, Jalen is just using her to get off and it's nothing serious. So basically they're saying because he's getting his dick wet with quote unquote hot MILF, she can't be. Men are wild. Because they be the same ones be like, if your teacher is hot in high school, is not statutory. if
Rape
she's
is
hot.
okay if she's
Yeah,
fired. Yeah.
it's wild.
That's men's logic. That's straight men's logic, yes. If she's
Gross.
attractive, rape is okay.
He still has breast milk on his breath.
Now he's smelling like Similac.
What's the youngest you date?
I say like 28, maybe. And that's a maybe.
What's the oldest you date?
40.
Okay. I think the youngest I would date is also, no, not 28, is third. Here's the thing, I have different ages for men and women.
And
So
that's
women 28
is still questionable because the 28-year-old niggas I know is
35.
Yeah, no. You said 35?
Men my age range would be like 35 to 55 would be
Something
my
like that
range.
lounge you was talking about the other day with the age. Why different ages?
I don't care what nobody say. People want to pretend like maturity across different genders is uniform, and it's not. The shit that teenage girls deal with versus teenage boys cannot be compared. We, in general, are especially Black girls, we're forced to grow up way before we're supposed to. But anyway,
If you think,
oh, I gotta tell you something.
what happened?
I saw Inside Out 2 in theaters. I saw it in 4D with like the chair moving and shit. Girl. So what it is, like
4D?
you're sitting in a chair, your chair is moving literally left and right, front and back.
I want to do that.
It's expensive. I didn't pay for it, but each ticket I want to say was like 30 or under. It was between $20 and $30. I know that much. But the chair moves. There's wind blowing underneath your chair to your feet. There's wind blowing to your face from the chair in front of you. Water splashes on your face while water scenes happen. There's flashing lights when flashing happens. There's wind going through. It's the coolest shit ever. Every time like an action movie comes out or an animated film, I'm like, when I saw Black Panther 2 in 4D, I will never get that experience back again. It was so fucking magical. When they was going underwater and she was visiting the other I forgot the name because I haven't seen it in a long time, but the natives that were living under the water, and like literally water was spraying on you and your chair was like literally wafting slowly left and right like you were swimming. It was fucking 10 out of 10 experience. Not you looking up movie times because I see.
Yeah, nigga, I'm finna go do this. Hold on.
I see the movie billboards on your little laptop. You ain't shit.
Listen. I pulled this shit up on the iPad because I'm like, what you mean 4D? Hold on.
And I went to Regal. I can't speak to any other theaters.
Yeah, it's 4D. Only Regal. But that also means I'm gonna have to go.
Oh, and it's in 3D too as well. Yeah. So you have to be able to be handling the 3D classes. But I went to go see Inside Out 2. Inside Out 1 fucked me up. But Inside Out 2, it was so affirming. Because like I'm not gonna give you really any spoilers, but like the whole movie, the whole movie's based around a little girl named Riley and like her emotions. And then you have like, you have joy in the first movie, you have sadness, all this stuff. In the new movie, there's anxiety. And anxiety is like the main character in this movie.
That sounds triggering.
Yes. And so throughout the movie, like her motto in the first movie was, I think, I'm a good person. That was her mantra. Her self-core belief. Like they actually used those words. Her core belief about herself was, I'm a good person. But when anxiety gets introduced and what else? Oh God. I can't remember the other characters' names, but when anxiety gets introduced, the motto goes from being I'm a good person to I'm not good enough. And she starts to think I'm not good enough. And then it gets to the point where anxiety kind of forces all the other emotions away and thinks that they can handle everything. So rather than calling in joy when joy needs to be used or sadness, anxiety's like, I'll fix it. I'll do everything. Girl, watch it.
I feel fucking attacked.
It's so good.
Like you just described my life in the past 5 years.
If you don't tear up, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't tear up, that means you don't suffer from anxiety. But I saw it with my niece and she loved it and it was so amazing and magical. I recommend it.
I saw y'all. Y'all so cute.
Yeah, I hadn't seen her in a little bit. It was really, really cool. All right. Speaking of things that could potentially be cool, Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis, they were recently photographed the past couple of days outside of some trailers. And they're holding hands like movie trailers, like where they get hair and makeup and stuff.
Mhm.
And Disney posted a picture of it, and the caption is, "The Colemans are back and coming to theaters in 2025. The sequel to Freaky Friday is now in production."
Ooh,
When did Freaky Friday come out? Like
I was younger.
2004?
4.
Because Mean Girls came out in '04. So I don't remember if she did Freaky Friday before or after that. I feel like that was before Mean Girls. So maybe 2003. I'll be honest, I ain't seen Freaky Friday since it came out.
August 6, 2003.
2003. I saw the movie maybe twice.
22 years later. Jesus Christ. I saw it once or twice too. So I definitely would have to, if I decide to watch whatever they're doing, I would definitely have to rewatch.
Yeah. I remember liking it. And I really used to enjoy Jamie Lee Curtis. Hold up. Before I say what I'm about to say, let me do a fact check as well. Because I heard. Yeah, I think somebody said that she's like a Zionist.
Oh, no.
So confirm that if you want to. But I think it's really interesting to pick up a movie 20 years later and make a sequel to like a family film. I kind of don't see that happen very often. I feel like they be remaking and creating sequels a lot for like action movies like Bad Boys, Fast and the Furious and stuff. But I was really surprised that they picked something like this. And so I wanted to ask you, what movie that's like 20 years or older that you saw would you like a sequel to?
Honestly, I'm tired of sequels and
Hold on, get closer.
No, I said honestly, I'm tired of sequels and reboots. We need new stuff. I feel like Hollywood is very lazy. They're being lazy.
So you don't want a sequel to nothing?
I can't think of nothing. I'm tired of sequels and I'm tired of reboots. I don't want no motherfucking sequel to make some new shit. I'm tired. What you want a sequel to? Because I'm over it. I'm over the sequels, the reboots, the rehash, the reimagining. Reimagine these nuts. Make some new shit. Reimagining is actually cool, but all that other shit,
I also can't think of anything I want a sequel to. But I will say sequels are not always bad. A lot of times they're really good. Like look at Scream 2. Loved it.
I don't think that they're all bad. I don't think that they're all bad because I mean I just watched a redo of Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead the other day.
Is it good? Oh, you told me it was
funny
good.
as fuck. Yeah, I loved it. But I'm just over it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just over the whole remaking. Like there's new ideas. There's so many creatives that have been trying to forge their way into Hollywood for decades, right? And then they keep hashing out the same old IPs, the same stories, the same. And it's not fair to these creatives. But I'm not saying the stuff is bad. I'm not one of those people that feel like this is so good it should be untouched. Yeah. It's never to be. I will never be one of those people. But
what about a modern sequel? Any modern movies you like? Because I thought the Black Panther sequel was actually better than the original. To me,
it was sad.
That's why I liked it.
I liked it, but I ain't like it. It was sad, but I did enjoy it. Any sequel? I'm trying to think. I watched The Marvels, and that was dope. I want to see that. I want to see a continuance of that. People tried to shit on that, but I think it's just because it's just cool to hate women and what women do. I left the movie feeling like this was cool. I liked it, but I needed to see more. I feel like I don't know enough about these characters. But other than that, off the top of my head,
I had to Google real quick because once you said Marvel, I was like, when is She-Hulk season 2 starting? Because season 1 was a long ass time ago.
Didn't they cancel that? Hold on, you might have canceled it.
Well, the latest thing I see is an article from 5 months ago talking about how it's unlikely, which pisses me off because it was a really good season. That's like the only Marvel property other than Black Panther that I fucked with. But anyway, good luck, Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan. I see you've been doing your thing on Netflix. I'm actually really happy for Lindsay Lohan that she was able to bounce back and get a career again and get seemingly healthy. And same thing with like, I don't know, Paris Hilton. I just like to see people who've had substance abuse issues or mental health struggles. Like I'm rooting for Amanda Bynes. Like I really want her.
Yeah.
Last
I saw about Amanda is that she was taking a test to become a nail tech or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She keeps taking it because she's failed it multiple times.
Oh, she on her SpongeBob shit. Okay. She'll get it.
All right. The only other thing I really have is Kendrick Lamar. I'm gonna keep it really cute. So Kendrick Lamar was out in LA, and there were so many celebrities there. Like, I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it. Like LeBron was there, Rick
LeBron
Ross was
James.
there, James
Oh
Harden
wow.
was there,
Russell Westbrook.
Travis Scott, I think, was there. But he performed and people lost their mind, I suppose. Because he was performing. Did he just perform Not Like Us, or did
So
he
okay, so there's a whole show called Pop Out with Ken and Friends, and what he did was he brought a lot of the local acts from California, a lot of artists who were like a lot of art. Okay, so what he did was he had a show called Ken and Friends, and he brought out a lot of artists who are
Mhm.
like pivotal to like the LA hip hop scene, like a lot of different artists, a lot of people. I think I saw, was it Tommy the Clown? Was it Tyler the Creator, Steve Lacy? Like it was mad people. And there's a lot of like rappers that I ain't never seen. And it wasn't until I saw that shit that I realized, damn, I don't listen to any LA music. Like I don't know none of these niggas. I'm like, oh, okay. These people I gotta get hip to, I guess. So they performed for like the whole first half, and then he came out, performed some of his songs. But when Tyler the Creator came out, they lost it. I ain't never seen no shit like that. Roddy Ricch performed The Box. Like it was a couple of like songs and like artists I could recognize in the fray. And then he performed. And then when he performed a couple of his songs. But when he got to They Not Like Us, he performed They Not Like Us like 4 or 5 different times and then played it on the let out. I think on like the 4th time he let the dancers and everybody come up on stage and dance. And I look up and I see fucking Russell Westbrook and all of that stuff. And I'm like, where the hell Russell Westbrook come from? But I was good. I was jamming. But then he lost me where
What
he
happened?
introduced,
What happened?
he lost me because he fucking introduced Not Like Us with Dr. Dre goofy ass.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
a song together. They're friends.
Oh my.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was like, it's so
The
ironic.
irony, you talking about a pedophile and you up here performing or collaborating with a woman beater, really? And that was where he lost me at. Because I'm like, damn, you couldn't have got, even though Snoop probably ain't, but no, you couldn't have got Snoop. But they was like, Snoop was on tour. Because I was like, where was Snoop? There's a couple of artists and people I was looking for, Vince Staples, Snoop Dogg. I'm like, and they was like, Snoop was on tour. He couldn't go. I was like, you could have found another OG. You could have found somebody else. But
So against my will, I've
niggas
seen
don't care.
several clips of those performances, and I will say, that audience looked like they were having the time of their lives. Like I wasn't even
Yeah.
there, and that energy felt crazy. The second thing I
Yeah.
noticed was I did not know Kendrick Lamar was Polly Pocket sized.
You didn't know he's like 5'8"? He's little.
He looked shorter than that. My
Pocket
goodness,
size. I think let me Google this. I'm pretty sure he's like my height.
He looked like Bruno Mars height, to be honest to you.
How tall is Bruno Mars?
I think Bruno's like what, 5'5", 5'6"?
Oh, that's shorter than me. Oh, yo, he is 5'5".
Yeah. He looks short as hell.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, he's little. You didn't know that?
No, I did not. I just thought he was like 5'9". I didn't realize he was like 5'5".
Oh,
But yeah, the hypocrisy for me, but I did see there is some drama online because I was looking at some clips and they've done so many response videos and think pieces about this since. But there's this podcast, don't ask me what it was called, but it was a bunch of people talking about how they were upset about the lack of Hispanic representation.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, and I was like, this really ain't.
That ain't it. An all-black Juneteenth performance backed by Amazon and Amazon Prime, and you up here talking about where the Mexicans at? Are y'all black? If it was just a general Cali thing and it wasn't a black Cali thing, then I could see that because they are a part of the culture. But like, it's a black thing. What y'all talking about right now?
Yeah, that part. But that's all I want to say about that. I do think it's. Somebody had posted screenshots of like Kendrick wearing the exact same outfit as Hotline Bling when Drake was in Hotline Bling, and also doing the same dance moves. Yeah. That 10 out of 10 for me. That pettiness I appreciate. I just wish people would walk how they talk, but you know. Anyway, that'll do it for the hot mess this week. So you got a letter for us this week, Mirror?
Yes, I do. It's rather long, so I'm gonna have to summarize it a bit. He wrote a novel. I'm trying to think what I'm gonna give you a name. You think Fred? No, I want to say Frederick or Freddie.
I like Reginald.
Reggie. Ooh, Reggie. All right. So got a letter from Reggie, and he pretty much, like I said, I
Reggie
gotta
sound
summarize
like
it.
he smokes Black and Milds.
Not the ashy lips. Yeah, Black and Miles with the frothy mouth. Okay. But we not saying you got a frothy mouth. I'm just listen, that's when I think Black and Miles, that's what I think of. Okay, so he talks about his friend and he talks about how
Hold on. Testing. All right, you guys. So on to the main topic. And this week we're going to be talking about our dating non-negotiables. Actually, it could not like mine
platonic
could
too.
also. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say friendships as well. Things that are important to us, things that going forward we will not budge on. These are our standards, you know what I mean? Like,
No, you know what I mean? You sound like Shirley from a fucking hair movie. You know what I mean?
you sound like okay. So if you are planning on being Mira's friend or Mira's bae, make sure you have all these things on her list. You hear me? You want to start?
Yeah, so I don't know. When we first talked about this shit, the first thing that came to mind off the cuff, because I feel like some of the other things, okay, I was taught that common sense ain't common for everybody, but some of the other things I'm gonna say I feel like is common sense. But the first thing that came to mind for me was whoever I'm dating or being cool with too, because this applies to both, right? You have to be accepting of my hobbies and interests.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is that a lot of like, my hobbies and my interests, I would say with reading and like other things and crocheting and all that shit, nobody got a problem with that. But with gaming is still a very debatable thing amongst a lot of adults. Women and men like to talk down on gamers a lot. And I know people who are into like have other like nerdy interests and things like that, like folks that like anime, folks that like to cosplay, they encounter other adults who are condescending and like to look down on those hobbies and interests. So for me, if you are not into those things or you can't respect the fact that I like some of those things or I like to play video games, then I cannot I cannot be your friend. We cannot be cool. I'm good. Because I look at how women treat men that like video games. And to be fair, some of them niggas don't know when to get off the game. Like everything is going on around you and you still won't hop off the 2K. You got to learn to cut the fucking 2K off. And even with sometimes with men, how they talk to me sometimes about the game. Oh, you still doing that little game and shit? Or like, a little condescending. It's like,
so they have to be into what you're into.
They don't have to be into what they just have to respect it. Yeah, you just have to
respect it or support it.
Both.
Okay.
You have to respect and support what I do, even if it's something that you're not interested. But I would prefer someone who's into the same thing, because.
Have you experienced dating someone who wasn't supportive in that? Supporting of your interests in general?
Yes, but I would say I've never not dated a gamer, so that was never a thing. But maybe with like other things, like my interest in movies, my taste in movies, other things like that, being unsupportive and just nasty about like my taste and other shit.
Listen, I want to steal yours. That's a really great first one.
Yeah, like it's wild because it makes me think. You know what I think about? I know you've seen those scenarios where the girl throws the dude PlayStation in the tub or in the pool and shit like that. Yeah, like those things come from like lack of respect for the hobby. But like I said, on the flip side, these niggas, as someone who's dated a gamer when I was younger, who really didn't know when to get the hell off the console, these niggas don't be knowing it. That's where that stigma comes from. But know that everybody's not like that. Like people live their lives and take care of business how they supposed to.
That's a great first one.
Thanks. How about you?
I was in a whole relationship with someone who made it a point to question and not support so many of the things that I believed or cared about. So that's why I'm like, man, I wish I had thought of that one first.
It's a big one. I remember one of my prior relationships from when I was younger. He was supportive until my shit started popping off, and then he turned into a hater. Nigga, unplug my modem while I was streaming. Look, how do I tell you? How do I tell you? Haters.
Should I go?
Yeah.
All right. My first one is in the future, going forward, any relationship that I have, the person has to have a strong sense of justice slash high moral integrity. Whether or not you believe I'm autistic or not, one of the pillars is the fact that we care about fairness and truth more than anything else. And in my experience in relationships that I've had, whether they've been platonic or romantic, I mean, I told you the story about Amsterdam. My girlfriend was like okay with her cousin cheating. Mm-hmm. Or someone stealing money from someone and starting a business and people stealing people's money, like whatever it is just like, even if it's not in my best interest, I would rather something be fair than favored towards me. So whoever I deal with in the future, you have to have a sense of what's right and what's wrong. And you have to have a sense of integrity. I feel like a lot of people, their integrity goes through the window when money's involved. I feel like a lot of people are able to bend what they know is right and what's wrong based on opportunities, or fear of being alone. And that's not a game that I'm willing to play with people anymore. I've experienced it and I'm not a fan of it. So that's my first one, is you have to have a strong sense of integrity and a sense of justice. I don't do ambivalent. So people who are like, who see shit happening in the world and they're like, oh, I can't pay it. I can't read news articles. I can't watch the news. That stuff is depressing. I don't know what's going on. Like people who are uninformed and intentionally ignorant as well. It goes in hand with it. Can't do that.
Yo, ignorance is bliss. You watch The Boys?
Nah, I tried. Okay. I can't do it.
It's so gory. Oh God, it's so fucking gory. But yeah, no, that just reminded me of the last episode of The Boys. Ignorance is bliss. But yeah, I agree. I don't like niggas that don't stand on business. One thing I love me a nigga that stand on business. And if somebody's not right and they're not doing good or people are foul, that they don't fuck with it. I can't stand to deal with a man that will align themselves with people who are manipulative, abusive, and
yeah.
I can't fuck with nobody that can see these things, know these things, and then be like, yeah, that's still my homie, or that's still my whatever.
I saw a video yesterday of two Black men talking, and they were both talking about how they don't fuck with men who don't take care of their kids.
Yeah, shit like that. Like,
yeah.
Why you got friends that don't take care of their kids?
And I was like, I've never heard this expressed from a man before. And I was like, that's...
The men who are like that need to be more vocal, because the men who don't give a fuck is beating y'all 100-1 right now. Because that's what it seemed like. That's why we always say men don't have in-depth relationships. They always say, why do men's relationships last longer? It's like, because y'all don't take each other to task on shit. Y'all don't hold each other responsible. And y'all don't separate yourselves from people unless they do something fucked up to you. Him being a cheater, a habitual cheater, a consistent cheater is not enough for you to not be his friend anymore. Him not taking care of his kids, him not, you know what I'm saying? Him being a woman beater, a rapist or whatever, that's not good enough for you to say, I don't want to be your friend no more. But then if he fuck your girlfriend or he do something to you, now we not friends no more. That's the general consensus with straight men in my eyes.
Everything you just said. And also you are the company that you keep. So if you're okay with your homeboy not taking care of his kids or cheating on his girlfriend or stealing money from his company, whatever it is, I'm looking at you funny. Yeah. Like, how I know you ain't doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your next one?
So my next one is misogyny. Ever since I was younger, I started paying attention to how men talk about women, right? And this also applies to women too, because I feel like a misogynist woman will leave you for dead and a misogynist man can kill you. Or a misogynistic woman can leave you for dead. Yeah, a woman will leave you for dead and a man can fucking kill you. So when I was younger, I used to listen to how my ex would talk about women, and it registered to me that like, oh, wow, some men can fuck women, they'll date them, they marry them, but they don't really like them. Like, I don't like men that don't like women. you don't like women, I don't want to be near, I don't even want to be your friend. You know what I'm saying? And for me, that looks like listening to how they speak about women and their art forms. It could be with female artists. It could be female athletes, female actresses, actors, you know what I'm saying?
Co-workers. Yeah.
Co-workers, just how they talk about celebrities, people in their day-to-day lives, how they talk about their mama, their relationship with their mama. All of that plays into whether someone is misogynistic to me and whether I feel safe with them. Because I've had some experiences where if I sit down and just listen to a nigga talk long enough, you'd be like, yo, he don't like women. He likes to fuck me, but he don't like me. Because if this is how he's talking about everything women do, you know what I'm saying? Like, shitting on female hip hop artists, shitting on actresses, everybody's a hoe. You know, every time you turn around, if this woman got a promotion, she had to have fucked somebody to get it. Like, just nasty shit about women all the time. And women do, like I said, women do this too. But I'm telling you, a misogynistic woman will leave you for dead, and a misogynistic man will fucking kill you. And once I realized that, I'm good. That's one thing I pay attention. I talk to my family about it and everything. I said, nope, I don't like it. I don't like them.
That's a great one too. I'm gonna do this kind of fast because we running really late. I actually did write down taking interest in me. So I'm not even gonna go through that because that was one of yours. So that's my second one. So I will say my third one then I guess is gonna be patience. I am someone who needs the people in my life to be a little bit patient with me. I mean, even before the last couple of years, I feel like I'm someone who who could benefit from patience. So someone who is more even keeled, down to earth. Because I'm so impatient, I feel like whoever is around me, it's a better match platonically or romantically if you have more patience than me. So that's my third one.
Patience is really good. I didn't even realize how impatient I was till I got a partner who, I mean, he's impatient too, but he tried to be patient. He tries to be patient and shit. But it wasn't until that I realized, oh my God, I'm so impatient. Like the amount of money I've wasted, the amount of time I've wasted with my impatience. And I had to like reflect on all of that. And it wasn't until I got with somebody that is patient or is actively trying to be. I'm like, damn, I gotta do better.
Do you ever pay for express shipping because you're impatient?
All the time.
Yeah.
And that's just one facet of like, how much money have I wasted being impatient? Because I didn't need, you know how you need an outfit because you got a party? I didn't need the shit. I didn't need it no sooner. I just wanted it here faster.
Yeah.
So much money wasted. That's a good ass one. So my next one is being a good person. Being a good person. And one of my phrases, one of my sayings, something I always say is like, how you treat people who are of no benefit to you is super important to me. Like, because that tells me everything I need to know. And, you know, a lot of the circles and the spaces that we're in with some of these people, I pay attention to how people treat people that are of no benefit to them. And for a lot of folks, I don't like what I see.
My next one is consistency. I have a problem with people. You know how you be like in the talking stage with somebody and you be talking every day, y'all in the good stages, and maybe y'all are starting to like date and you're seeing each other more, and then all of a sudden y'all ain't talking as much. That person isn't calling you as much, asking you out as much. Or if we're talking about platonically, maybe you're used to going and being invited to your friends' shindigs and all of a sudden they're not inviting you, they're being cagey, like all that stuff. I don't do well with people who are not consistent with me. If I have to question how you see me and whether or not I'm being a burden to you, I mean I used to accept it, but I won't anymore. So that's one of my biggest negotiables. That's my number 2 most important non-negotiable is you got to be consistent. If in the beginning of our relationship you was buying me flowers and telling me I was pretty, god damn it, you better be doing that a year in. If in the beginning of our friendship, you know, we would talk every week, make plans to see each other, and now we ain't doing that no more. It's like, nah, like I just need consistency. I've had so much inconsistency from family, from friends, from partners that I can't handle it anymore. So that's mine. Your turn.
I feel that. Honesty. And just to let you know, this is not in order of what's most important. This is just in order of
Right.
just what came to mind for me personally. But yeah, honest. I need people in my life who are going to be honest with me. I need my friends. If you're my friend, I need you to be honest with me and keep it a bean. Because if you're not honest, then what is the point of being a friend? Because there's so many people who leave their supposed friends to crash out because they're not honest with them. So that's one. And I need my partner to be honest with me, even if that means you're gonna hurt my feelings. I need honesty. Because I don't know. Like I said, I thought that was like a common sense one, but I see a lot of women say lie to me. Like a lot of women seem to say that they want to be lied to or some shit. And I'm like, what? A lot of times I see women like,
Ignorance
no,
is
don't tell
bliss.
me all that. Ignorance is bliss. Lie to me. And I'm like, no, nigga, don't lie to me. What happened? What's going on? You good? Mm-mm.
I'm with you. I can't fathom choosing a lie over the truth in any circumstance in life.
I can't think of not a
Um,
one scenario.
I would rather cry because you told me the truth than smile because you lied to me, to be honest.
Had me looking like a fucking goofy. No, what? What's going on?
All right, my last one is predictability. This kind of goes hand in hand with consistency, but unpredictable people who switch up unexpectedly without communication, people who ghost you. I was actually telling my community the story about the one time I got ghosted by a guy, and that shit, it shakes you fundamentally whenever you have someone who you loved or you trusted or you shared memories and moments with, and it suddenly ends because of a whim or a misunderstanding and there's no communication. It's like predictability is my most important non-negotiable. If I feel like you have the capability to switch up on me, you're dangerous and I don't want you in my life. And that's my last one.
Yeah, I can definitely say I can relate to that. People be especially through our childhood, wishy-washy as hell. So my last one was gonna be monogamy, but I think my last one is gonna be humor. I need people around me that got a sense of humor. I don't care for like uptight folks who like they don't know when to laugh. Everything is like super
Type
serious. They
A
don't,
people,
huh?
type A personalities.
I think that's what it's called. They just don't laugh at nothing. Nothing's you making jokes and they're just straight face. Like you nothing makes you
Yeah.
laugh. You good? Like I can't be around people like that.
Yeah, who take everything serious. I hear you.
Yeah, it's some party pooping shit.
I do have an honorable mention though, and I feel like
Uh,
this will also be something that you would say as well.
what's up?
You use the word wishy-washy and it made
Mm-hmm.
me remember I don't like when people are complacent and are people pleasers, people who straddle a fence,
Ooh, we.
people who are of the energy of, well, that person didn't do nothing to me, so it doesn't matter to me. People who try to play neutral in situations. I would rather you be against me than straddle a fence and play both sides. A friend to all is a
That shit
friend
is
to
a friend
none.
to none. That shit is dangerous.
So that's
I
my honorable mention.
I remember it was a girl I used to be cool with, and then I realized she was cool with everybody. How the fuck can you be cool without everybody without being phony in some capacity? Is the conclusion I came to about that when I was older.
I used to have a friend up until recently who's was close friends with a group of people who actively talk shit about me. And I was just like, how can you be friends with me and also be friends with people who don't like me and disparage my name? If I feel like I can't trust you enough to leave a room and my name is safe in that room while I'm not in it,
Can't
and
trust.
that's just sad. I feel like
Yeah,
that's like
I feel like there's nuance to that though too, because sometimes somebody cannot like somebody, but they respect the mutual enough to not speak on the person in front of them.
yeah.
Right? So there's not always, but then you got the goofy, messy bitches that don't know how to stop talking about people, right? And yeah, and then you got people who they could not like somebody, but they know to keep it to themselves or whatever petty reasons they have, they keep it to themselves. And then you got the people who straddle the fence. But my thing with that is, it's like it reminds me of a situation when I was younger where this one girl that was supposed to be my friend always had a story for me about somebody talking about me. It could have been a mutual friend being phony, a guy she was messing with, and I'm like, well, why these people feel so comfortable talking shit about me to you? What the fuck are you saying about me that these people feel so comfortable talking about me in that derogatory fashion to you?
I don't know if I give off untrustworthy or if I give off the I don't want to take part in that. But no, people don't talk shit to me about other people. Ever. But I also don't like to gossip. Like if somebody is sharing a situation that actually happened, that's fine. But I don't like when people are like, so and so is a bitch. So and so hair is ugly. That's why her man cheating on her now. Like all that stuff. I feel like talking shit behind somebody's back is terrible. But not if you telling me this person
did X, Y, and Z to you.
X, and Z, then you're stating facts. And then
that's the shit I be, as a community manager, that's the shit I be wanting to know. Is this a foul motherfucker? Am I about to work with a foul motherfucker? Because I need to know if I'm about to get into some business with a foul motherfucker. That's the shit I be wanting to know about people.
Is that it? We done with everything? Okay. Yeah. All right. We had a cute little episode. As always, so stupid. As always, you can write to us at theprettypettypod@gmail.com. We got a really nice letter this week from someone who said that we were better than music. I think were the words to listen to.
Wild dope to hear.
So appreciate that.
And listen to some coochie popping tunes.
The fact that you can hear the chair squeaking as you're doing that is what sets it off.
Yo, I had to pop some coochie. Hold on, I gotta rotate slower. Okay, let me do the shoulder work. Bow, no chair.
Also, let us know if you guys are interested in us recording some episodes for y'all with video.
Yeah.
We'd be interested to know. Again, theprettypettypod@gmail.com.
7 neck roll shit you did earlier. Rolled the fuck out that neck. She said,
oh my gosh. I might actually have to blend my wig if we're going to do this on camera.
I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. My Afro puffs, they throwing gang signs right now.
Actually, when I turned on the camera, when we started recording, I didn't have no pants on. So I'm definitely
Yo, me neither. Yeah. I found my shorts. I was like, I actually should just do the shit with no pants. I ain't gonna get up anyway. And then I had to get up. So
but anyway, you guys, we love you. And
it's gonna get you. Be sure to give us a 5-star rating.
What did we say we were gonna name the episode again?
Wait, what? Mommy, what you call it? The Mayflower Mami.
Mayflower Mami. Okay. All right, y'all. We out. Bye.
Bye.